Hello guys, in this video I'm going to go through frugal habits that help me save thousands of dollars every single year. I'm going to be doing some cash stuffing whilst I go through these tips, so just follow along with me. The first one I want to mention is stockpiling. Now please do this responsibly as well, just so you don't wipe out all of the items off the shelf. But one thing I like to do is write down a list of items that I go through pretty regularly every fortnight or every week, and then I write down the pricing and track the sales cycle. And I tend to stockpile items that are shelf stable. You can do like freezer items as well, but to be on the safer end in case there's a blackout or something, I prefer shelf stable items. For example, my dog's favorite brand of dog food is the Farmers Market dog food. It's about $40 a bag, but it does go on sale for $24 at my local Coles every 4 to 6 weeks. So I buy enough for me to stay ahead to a point where I never have to pay full price for dog food, because I'm always buying it when it's like 40% off. So I normally buy 3 to 4 bags ahead. And just make sure your dog or your pets are consuming the food so it doesn't go off, obviously. One time I did forget to stockpile my dog's food and I was down to my last bag, but luckily enough, because I was so far ahead, even though I was down to my last bag, I had enough wriggle room to wait for the next sales cycle. Now, I used pet food as an example, but you could do this with canned soups, canned stews, canned tomatoes, passata jars, anything you want really. Just make sure you write down everything that you eat and then track the sales cycle, because you also don't want to fall into the trap of just stockpiling all random things that you're not going to eat, because that's just going to be a waste of money. And the next thing I want to go through is shopping smarter. So I know Coles and Woolies have jacked up their prices quite a bit, but you can still save quite a bit by shopping a little bit smarter. And I'm going to go through some tips that I like to do. For example, Flybys. I will just show you guys the offer here. So as you can see here, I've got a Flybys offer where you spend $50 each week, 4 weeks in a row, and you get 10,000 bonus points, which is equivalent to $50 back. So essentially spend $200 across 4 weeks, you get $50 back, which is pretty much 25% off your grocery bill. So this is a good opportunity for me to, one, do my regular grocery shopping and stockpile on sale items in store as well. Don't just spend for bonus points, make sure you're strategic with your grocery shop. And I've also got another offer here where you spend $30 and you get 1,200 bonus points, and the dates kind of collide with my previous offer, so I'm still going to spend $50 and I'm going to get both bonus points offers. So in total, I'll get 11,200 bonus points, because if I add the points on from offer 1 and offer 2, that equals to 11,200, which is equivalent to about $56 back. And here's a perfect example, guys. I have actually taken some money out of my pet envelope this week because I spent it on some dog food, which I was stocking up for, because I did have a flyby spend this week. So that's a perfect example of me actually actioning my tips that I share with you guys. And I'm just also taking out some cash and putting placeholders in as well, as you guys can see. Moving on, I want to discuss my next point, which has a lot to do with insurance companies, utility bills, car insurance, landlord insurance, home insurance. All of these insurances will save you guys so much money if you dedicate 10 to 15 minutes just to search around and look for better quotes, because I personally have saved minimum of $400 off my one landlord insurance just by shopping around. And car insurance I recently did as well, and I think I saved about $100 just by moving insurance providers. And I have noticed that if I stay with the same insurer for like more than a year or 2 years, they tend to jack the price up quite a lot, especially for my landlord insurance. That's when I started to move around to different insurers and I started saving hundreds every single year. And it takes about 10 to 15 minutes of effort, and saving $400, that's a lot more than what my hourly wage is. Just bear in mind, insurers are not loyal to you. You just need to be loyal to yourself and make sure you're getting yourself the best deals. The next point I want to go through is transport and fuel. So if you're catching the bus or the train, please do some research online, because there are off-peak periods where you can use the bus and the train, and it's 30% off the usual bus or train fare price. So just research that online on the Opal website, and you should have access to the discount rules for like whenever you're traveling. And for those who like to drive a car, fuel prices can obviously be very expensive and it fluctuates quite a bit. Sometimes for me, it's over $2.20 per litre because I have to fill up 98 premium. And sometimes it's down to like $1.95. So it fluctuates quite a lot. Before COVID, I think it was like $1.60. So now I'm paying a whole lot more. But all it means is I've got to put some time aside to find myself the best deal when it comes to fuel. I like to use the 7-Eleven app. That way it allows me to look around for the best prices in my area, and then I can also lock in the lowest price and have it locked in for 7 days. So I don't have to pour it the exact same day. I can pour it whenever it's convenient for me, and that price will stay locked in for 7 days before it resets. New South Wales Fuel is also another app where you can check the best fuel prices in your area, but the New South Wales Fuel app does not allow you to lock the price in. So just a quick update for those who are actually watching for the cash stuffing. I've got a total of $700 in the gift envelope, which I need to take out because I've got a big birthday dinner that I need to fund this week. So I think I had 500, I'm contributing 200, and then I'm just putting the $700 aside because that's going to be spent this week. My next tip, I personally find writing down a shopping list before you're going to the grocery shop saves me a lot of money because I can sit at home online and look at what's on special that particular week, and I can also plan my meals accordingly before I head to the shops. I find that when I don't have a shopping list, I tend to buy all random things and I buy a lot of snacks, which makes my bill go up so much, and I tend to eat a lot of junk food. So that's why I like to go in with a set plan, with a meal plan, with a shopping list. That way, one, I'm saving money by buying things on special. Two, not buying ingredients that I don't necessarily need. Three, staying away from the snack aisles. And the reason why I say meal planning saves a lot of money is because if my meals are already prepared, if I'm coming home late from work and I'm tired, I don't need to think about cooking, because I feel like that's an easy mistake to make, not having prepared meals. So when you come home, you're really hungry, you're lazy, that's when you go out for takeout. And again, that's a huge expense that you're adding on. Also, if I plan my meals, there's less food wastage, I find, because, for example, if I have two meal plans, one broccoli and chicken pasta and one stir fry and broccoli meal, they both require broccoli. So I tend to use up all of my ingredients instead of just using little bits and pieces for one recipe and then throwing out the rest. This leads into my next point, which is cooking from my stockpile and not wasting food by using up everything I have in the fridge or freezer. So I tend to do that at least once a month, where I either cook from my freezer or I cook from my stockpile pantry if nothing in store is on special. I do supplement it with like buying fresh fruit and vegetables, but some weeks I'm purely cooking from whatever I have at home, and maybe I spend $20 on like fruit and vegetables instead of spending my normal $70 a week on my groceries. Another thing I wanted to mention that I feel like affects most people is your interest rate for your home loan. Make sure you guys shop around because banks are not loyal to their customers. They give their best and lowest interest rate for the home loans to new customers only. If you're with your lender for a long period of time, there's a pretty high chance that they're going to jack up your interest rates. On the flip end, if you've got a savings account, a lot of banks offer their best rates to new customers, and I think for the bonus rates are normally offered for 3 to 4 months. So I tend to move around to the bank that offers me the highest interest rate in terms of my savings account, and then I will refinance my home loan to the bank that provides me the lowest home loan rate. Another thing I wanted to mention is my bank actually offers me the ability to buy gift cards at a discount. For example, Coles and Woolies gift cards, which I purchase at I think a 3 or 4% discount. Then I use those gift cards to pay off my groceries. So essentially it's like giving myself a 3 to 4% cash back on my groceries on top of the other bonuses that Flybys gives me. And if you're interested, keep an eye out on the Coles catalogs, because sometimes I've noticed they have Visa, MasterCard gift cards that they sell and you get like a little discount on that. But just be mindful, there is an activation fee, but I think overall there is still some type of benefit there. So just have a look in the Coles catalog for those. They do them every now and then. Let me know in the comments if you want me to clarify that one a little bit more. Well, this pretty much wraps up this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to do a part 2. If there's a demand for it, then I will make a part 2 for you guys. But thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. It really, really helps me out. And thank you to everyone who goes extra mile by watching the ads on my videos. It helps me tons. Thanks for watching.